What's going on, guys? It's another exciting night here at the Tracker household of me being tired. Hooray! I did have something crazy happen to me today. I'm trying to plan out a scuba dive trip for my brothers and I when we're down in the Keys. And I called a scuba diving place today and I was like, hey, I wanted to do this dive. And they're like, oh, well, when's the last time that everybody in your group dove? And I was like, I think like fairly recently. Like me, it's been a couple of years, but the other two guys have been kind of recently. And they're like, oh, we require you to have completed a dive within the last 18 months. And I'm like, why did you say that? You should have just said, oh, you know, a month or two ago. But no, I had to open my mouth and say, hey, a couple of years. So she's like, we require you to have a refresher course. That's $75. And then you could possibly go out in the evening, that evening, for another $75. And I'm like, I can't do that. Thank you, though. I'm an idiot. Consequently, tonight and tomorrow will be me trying to find a different scuba diving charter so that I can go out on Friday with my brothers and go scuba diving. But, you know, I'm not going to tell them that it's been a few years since I've been scuba diving. I remember it all, but they're just trying to be safe, and I understand that. My brother is actually he was certified to be a scuba diving instructor. So when I go in the water with him, it's pretty darn safe. I mean, it's safer than going with just somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. So I feel confident that everything will be okay, but that doesn't change anything for the scuba diving place, the charter. I think I found something. I wanted to do the Spiegel Grove, which is just a giant ship that they sunk down there specifically to become an artificial reef. But it's not looking like it's going there, the charter that I found, but they might be able to be swayed that way. We'll see. Right now they have on schedule the USS Bibb and the USS Dwayne, I believe. No, it was the USCG Dwayne, whatever, the United States Coast Guard, I guess. See, and that's the reason that I want to do the Spiegel Grove. Spiegel Grove, the largest vessel ever intentionally sunk, is the USS Spiegel Grove, a 510-foot landing ship dock. I don't know what that means. To better give a visual understanding the immensity of the ship, she is roughly equivalent to the length of 2 football fields. That's a big boat ship. And the Spiegel Grove has an interesting story too, because it was sunk in 2002, or they tried to sink it in 2002. And it just ended up going, oh, I'm sinking, and then it sat like this in the ocean with the keel or the bow sticking out of the water. And then they're like, oh, all right. So they get down there and they're like, you know, cut a hole to let the air out so it finally falls down, but then it lands on its side. And they're like, gosh darn it, we can't get this thing right. So it sat on its side for the longest time. And there's all these openings that they had specifically cut for wreck divers to go into that were just in the sand. So sorry guys. But then 2005 comes along, hurricane, I don't know which hurricane, Andrew or something like that? Not Andrew. Dennis righted the ship, and now it sits correctly under the ocean the way that they had originally intended it to sit. That's the reason that I want to go see this boat ship. But these other ones would probably be pretty sweet too. On a side note, I wanted to thank you guys for all your suggestions on where to watch The Walking Dead. I have not checked any of them yet. I wanted to watch it with Jen, and that was it. Thank you guys for posting them. Huzzah! We'll see it soon, I promise. Except for the one person that decided to try to post like the entire synopsis of the episode on there. I didn't read your comment, just so you know. Tell you what I'm excited about though. Tomorrow, I get my hair cut. Woo! By a professional. Like, it's been a while since I've had a professional haircut. My hair is looking crazy right now. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell this, but because I cut my own hair, it's not all one length on the sides. There's kind of like some hairs that are longer than others. So if I don't put the gel or whatever it's called, the wax in my hair, it ends up sticking out just some of the way. So it just looks frizzy like crazy. And on that note, I hope you guys are ready for me to get a haircut. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Now it's time to pay the price.